Scorpio 16, a girl's face breaking into a smile. Now, on the one hand, we have the smile. A smile is such a powerful body gesture. It transforms situations. I perhaps have told the story before, but I'm reminded of a time when I was in Turkey with my Sufi master. And he got on a Turkish bus, and everyone on a Turkish bus is seriously unhappy. If you haven't been on a Turkish bus, you can't understand this, but they're all seriously serious. And he just smiled. He just smiled at everyone and offered to lift up a bag here and do something there. And he just smiled. And very soon, everyone else was smiling and laughing. It was an extraordinary demonstration of mastery. The smile, such a very powerful gesture. And you can smile at strangers and they'll smile back. Nothing is read into that smile. If you're strong in your integrity, nobody's going to interpret that as an invitation. It's just a smile, So that way of presenting an atmosphere of like happiness, well-being, harmony, the joy of being alive and with other people on this earth. That's what a smile really represents. And it's taken to mean something different so often. It's taken as a come on, the invitation for sexual pleasure is taken as ridicule, the criticism of somebody's way of being. It's taken as nervousness and embarrassment, and quite often all of these things are the case. It's taken that way because that's actually the underlying atmosphere of the person who is smiling. And yet it doesn't have to be any of the things that it's not. It can be, just as I've said, a simple joy of life. Now, the association with the smile, here we have a girl breaking into a smile. She's not just smiling, she's softening her position in order to smile. And that's the real mystery of this degree. We're discussing how we move from a position of firmness to a position of openness and acceptance. The position of firmness and guardedness and being careful about what energies we allow into our life. This is appropriate in certain situations. In the 7-word system, this is the word no. And this is the appropriate place to start every encounter. Like, I might get involved with you, I might not, I haven't decided yet. For the time being, the answer is no. That's the place to start. And this is the girl at the beginning of our image. She's in this condition of like, no, I'm not going to smile at you. I don't know who you are yet. And that reluctance to smile is how we can approach the world when we're not ready to engage with it. We hold a neutral glance to the world, and we're just observing with no commitment. But when we break into a smile, there's a sense of relaxing our guard, moving into a stage of hello, from no to hello. And the teaching here is that should not be seen as acquiescent. We're not giving up anything. We're not being false to ourselves or giving up power. We're simply relaxing because we've done our tests, we've been cautious, and we've checked out the situation. Yes, okay, this seems safe enough. That person's commentary seems okay, I can accept that. And then we relax into the smile. And that smile is an indicator that we've moved from guardedness towards willingness to engage, openness. So the essential thing about this mystery is that we can do that, and we should really learn to do that because it's quite useful. This is in contrast to how many people are, that they've been hurt, and perhaps they've been hurt multiple times quite severely, and this has diminished their ability to be open and to trust. And it's like chucking out the baby with the bathwater. All of us have been hurt. All of us have actually flinched against the potential to be hurt again. And all of us are a little bit guarded. Fine, that's how it is. But the idea of throwing out the baby with the bathwater is not on. We can't let go of our connection with people just because somebody else hurt us once. Even if many people have hurt us before, we can't just stop getting involved with life because of that. That's not the appropriate learning. The appropriate learning is not to avoid future contact because you've been hurt in the past. The appropriate learning is to be careful with all contacts until you're confident that openness and involvement is appropriate. And do this in stages. So we go in stages. So the girl is at first cautious. She doesn't want involvement. She's been hurt in the past. And then she breaks into a smile, perhaps beginning with a Mona Lisa smile, not quite full, not quite totally relaxed, just to the next level. And then you check out the temperature of the water at that level and see if you can open up a little bit more and a little bit more. So your involvements with people begin from a point of defendedness and then open up slowly to a point of acceptance. That's the formula. And to do that in the reverse direction is going to hurt. If you're open to a situation before you're actually confident that you've checked it out, then you're going to get hurt. If you're too excited too soon about somebody you've just met, it's a dangerous game you're playing. Slow down. This is what normal civility allows us to do. There's a polite way of being. We talk about the weather, we talk about simple things before we talk about somebody's deepest emotional issues. We are courteous and kind before we're friendly, in order for there to be time for us to get a sense, an atmospheric sense of whether we're in danger. It's really foolish to get involved with somebody quickly. And this is the norm now. It has been so for most of my lifetime. You just go out on a Friday night, meet somebody, end up in bed with them the next morning, and you're surprised that the relationship doesn't go anywhere. Well, courtship was always the appropriate period of time throughout history. Throughout long years of history, courtship slowed down the movement towards involvement. And on that sexual level, it's obvious, but what about on a business level? You know, do you sort of check out your suppliers? Do you check out your possible customers before you do business with them? Or do you rush into involvement? What about friendships and so on? Do you rush into involvement, or do you wait until the time has come to open up and smile? I think the teaching is that we do need to slow it down a bit so that we can then be absolutely open. Because those people who can't do this in a slowed down way, they don't all maintain an openness all the time by any means. The young people tend to do that, but as you get older, the opposite is true. You tend to close down to everything because you haven't learned how to open up slowly and appropriately in a courtship kind of way.